Let's get it, baby. Tap those likes. Hit that subscribe. We're about to jump into it. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. I am Blockchain Crusader, crusading these blockchains every single day, and we're back for another live stream today, August 25th on a Monday, and it's been a wild ride this Monday. Let me tell you, here in the last hour or so, everything is up a few percent, but let me tell you, Bitcoin's been dropping like it's hot all day. Guys, we got that fake out breakout today, earlier this morning, so let's jump right into the targets here. You guys already know, earlier today in the morning, we talked about a potential drop here to the downside of, or actually a potential pump to the upside here of, what's going on here? Why is my webcam not working? The Aero. Give me a second here. Come on. Where are you? Okay. Come on now. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Keep tapping those likes, guys. Keep tapping those likes. Just having a little malfunction here with the webcam. Give me a second. Okay. Looks like we're not. We won't have any webcam here today from the looks of it. Okay, cool. We'll just keep moving on. So overall, earlier today, right, we took along at this sweep of the previous week low. We ran it up to our third TP here of 112,600. You guys can see that right over here in the crypto citadel. We were looking for this long, which we did. We hit the Bitcoin long right here. We ran it 397 smackaroons, closed out on TP2, and then we went out and hit TP3. As you can see here, later at 12:37 p.m., all three TPs were hit. So in a matter of less than 3 hours, we were able to go from this previous week low to our third TP, and we stalled out. I went and laid down, took a nap, and guess what, guys? As I was taking a nap, this thing started to drop and drop and drop. And when I saw that we started to approach this previous week low once again, I started to warn everybody in the crypto citadel of a short trade here potentially playing out. So we said, hey, if we lose the previous week low, once we get the retest, we're going short and we're going for the 3 TPs. We only hit 2 out of the 3, but we did hit it nonetheless. So Bitcoin lost the previous week low. We came back up to the retest here of 110,500. Once we hit that level, we entered the short and we dropped it back down to our second TP of around the 109,460. We never came down to our third TP of 108,800, but that's okay. Another 200 and something smackaroons. We've walked away today overall with over 600 smackaroons today on 2 trades, guys. On 2 trades, we've walked away with over 200 smackaroons. Guys, tap those likes, guys. Tap those likes. Keep those likes rocking and rolling. Greatly appreciate everybody in here. And now Bitcoin has pushed it all the way back up towards the previous week low once again of 110.5. Have gotten rejected once again and are now currently sitting at pretty much 110 flat. If Bitcoin cannot get above the previous week low and we continue staying below here, our targets to the downside remain at 108,785. Below that target, we really don't have much of anything else going on, all the way down to about $105,000. That's where we have the quarter 2 NPLC. We have another monthly NPLC. We have a 6-month NPLC at 104.8. A lot of targets down there. Nice little cluster of targets. That would be the next big area of interest if we do not bounce off this area or off the 108 and get back above the previous week low of 110.5 for Bitcoin. Ethereum, on the other hand, very similar. Stalled out a lot earlier than Bitcoin did. Ran up to the Asia high around 46.67. Bitcoin kept running as Ethereum was pulling back. Bitcoin started to pull back and Ethereum started to dump heavily. I told you guys that if we fell back into the previous week range, which we did, as we came in here later in the day below 45.70, we were falling back into the previous week range. If we started to lose this weekly average, it was not going to be good. And our main target to the downside, or at least our first target, was going to be that 43.05. We came down as low as 43.36 for Ethereum before stalling out and just going sideways here. But our targets to the downside remained the same. 43.05 to around 41.79 are the next big targets to the downside for Ethereum, while we stay within this previous week range for ETH right now. Let me jump into the chat, start saying hello to some people, start seeing what's going on here. Let's see over here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Appreciate all the likes. Appreciate all the... Let's get it. So, yeah, Bitcoin overall has really lost critical support here of this previous week low. If we cannot regain this previous week low, things for Bitcoin could get very, very dicey to the downside, and we could be dropping it like it's out here, which is not what I want to see. I really wanted to see this sweep of the previous week low like we had this morning, and this be the bottom here to start climbing back up to some higher levels. Because right now we're closing out the month of August. If we stay at these lows before August, by the time August closes out, we're at negative 3 to 5% easy for Bitcoin on this month so far. And we know that September could be a very rocky month as well. So hopefully if we do close out this month, you know, on the lower side here at these low levels, and we continue dropping this week, that September is actually the inverse of what we expected, and we actually start to see some major recovery by September and start seeing some bigger climb back up as we get closer to a potential interest rate cut to the downside, to the upside. So very interested to see how this plays out here, how this month closes out, and how we eventually start moving in September, man, because right now it's not looking good. Not looking good, my friends. Bitcoin's at 109,973. We haven't been this low in a long time. Let me tell you, it's been months since we've been down this low. And the lower we drop here, we start dropping below that 108, 105 to 104 are the next big areas. Mr. Non-Fungible, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see all of you guys in here smashing those likes. Magic, what's going on, man? Good to see you. An OG Crypto Citadel member in the house. What's going on? Bitcoin dominance still holding steady here around 58%. Nothing big happening just yet. Altcoins all climbing up a little bit here on the last hour as Bitcoin was climbing up as well, but realistically, everything's down pretty drastically today. Down 12%. Pengu's down 12%. Aerodrome's down 10%. Everything's in the double digits here to the downside for in the top 100. So definitely not what we want to be seeing. Bitcoin is down 3% today again. Not bueno, my friends. Not bueno at all. What up, bro? You buying the dip? No, man, I'm not buying this dip. Not buying this dip at all. I'd be interested around 105, 103, right? That would be an interesting area for me to accumulate something, to accumulate some potential altcoins, depending on how far Ethereum drops and stuff like that. That would be an interesting area, an interesting low, but not yet, man. This dip is potentially just getting started, right? We are still in a massive downtrend, creating lower highs, and pushing lower for the past week, right? All of last week, we were making lower highs. On Friday, when we had that big rally to the upside with Jerome Powell right here, you guys can see that August 22nd rally all the way up to 117,000 some change. That still made a lower high than the 124, right? And then we started to roll back. Hopefully, we're going to make a higher low and then continue pushing up higher, but we did not. We dropped on Sunday. We had that major dump from that Bitcoin whale that sold over $2 billion. Once again, climbed up to about 113.6, rolled over again earlier today throughout the Asia and London trading session. And then during the New York trading session, we swept the low, the previous week low, rallied, and now once again we have rolled over and made another lower high and continue to drop lower. So unless something changes here very soon and we start getting above this previous week low very soon, we could potentially be dropping lower here. We could definitely potentially be dropping lower towards that 108 to 105 area for sure. Forecast for XRP. XRP is going to follow whatever Bitcoin does, man. So XRP right now, quickly cover some XRP stuff here on the daily. XRP continues to roll over as well, sitting down at 285, right? Our next big area of support is around this 268 area, right? We start dropping below. Look, we're still above the previous week low of 278. If we lose that, then our next target is 268. Below 268, we fall out of the previous month range, and we start coming down to this local gold pocket around 252, where the yearly VWAP is also at. So 252 is an area of interest below the previous month range of 267. And if 252 doesn't hold, look out for 242 to about 233 to the downside for XRP. They're going to liquidate shorts soon. Well, maybe. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Liquidate the shorts. Send the Bitcoin to 150K tomorrow. Send Bitcoin to 150K. Send ETH to 8K. Liquidate all the shorts, bro. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I'm 100% here for the liquidation of the shorts. Every day, all day. I do not mind at all. Yeah, I took profits from last Wednesday and chilling. Good Magic. That's very good. Good. Do you think Bitcoin may go below 100K? I don't think so. I think below 100K is very difficult. Not impossible. Definitely not impossible. If we zoom out here to the 4 hour, right? We have, let's turn on the VWAPs here real quick. We have the yearly VWAP around 101,674. So yes, we can drop down to 105, maybe 103, maybe even all the way down to the yearly VWAP of 101. But I think it's going to be very difficult to sustain any price action below that level. We haven't been below the yearly VWAP since the end of Q1. Once the end of Q1 was over, by the end of April, when April started to really run, which was Q2, when Q2 started to rally and we started to have a run up back on April 22nd of 2025, we got back above the yearly average. And since then, we've been nothing but blast off. We've gotten close to it a few times back on June 22nd when we dropped down to 98. We got close to that yearly average, that yearly VWAP. But since then, man, we just been climbing. So for the last 3-4 months, we've been way above the yearly VWAP. Can we come back and retest it? Maybe around that 103, 101 area, maybe possibly. But I don't think we're going to drop below it, man. I don't think we're going to drop below it entering Q4. Right? We have Q4 coming up here in the next month. August is pretty much over. We got 6 days left in August. And then we got the month of September, which is a sideways, rocky month. No big deal. No big movement to the upside. No big movement to the downside. Just kind of just sideways. And, not a lot of price action is expected from September. Right? We have an average return of around -3% for Bitcoin on the month of September overall since 2013. That's our average return. So don't expect a lot of price action from September, but we have an interest rate cut also potentially happening, which could start to spark the fuel, right? Because it's not going to be a massive blast off the minute they cut interest rates, but I do believe it's going to be fuel for the market to start running into Q4, October. October does have an average of around 21% returns in the month of October since 2013. 21% average return is pretty aggressive, which could definitely spark a big move into November, December. Q4 usually very, very bullish, and then bing, bang, boom, we have the next big top, which I do believe Bitcoin can pump up to about 150, right, by the end of the year. Hopefully we don't drop as low as 100. Hopefully we start recovering here very soon at 110 and start climbing back up, and make the climb easier. Now we start dropping below 100, we're definitely in trouble. We definitely need to hang on tight. Do you believe the Gemini card will boost the price of XRP? Not today, but in the future, absolutely not. Because what do people do when they get rewards on a credit card? It's just free money, right? They're just getting free money, and yeah, it might appreciate in value by the time they see it. But what are they gonna do? They're gonna instantly liquidate and go take and go use it, right? Go take profit on it and go spend it. So I don't believe that the Gemini credit card is going to boost XRP by any means of the imagination at all. Wherever Bitcoin goes, XRP will follow. Yo, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Can you check ADA real quick? Yeah, I'll definitely take a quick look at ADA here. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to hang out for too much longer. Obviously having some technical issues. We have a storm here where I'm at. So just going to, hang out for a little bit longer and then get out of here. So ADA overall here on the 4-hour, we're down around 83 cents. If we lose this 81 cent area, we have the yearly VWAP down at 80. If we lose that, our targets to the downside are between 73 to 70 cents for ADA to the downside. We need to get above and break above $1 and hold above $1. If we do, Cardano's targets to the upside are between 120 to as high as 215 to the upside for Cardano. So hopefully Cardano can get above there. I would love to see Cardano around the $1.50 to $2 by the end of the year. That would be fantastic. I am going to be selling my entire bag of Cardano above $1 for sure. I'm not going to write that bad boy down again. When are you coming back on tomorrow? So tomorrow I'll be back on live again. I'll be live somewhere around 11 to 12 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time. And then I do my first live around that time, and then I do my second live somewhere between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. now. So the fact that I'm on the later end here, I'm going to be getting off. I have to go update the Crypto Citadel in the next 30 minutes. And in the next 30 minutes, we close the daily session and we start the new Asia trading session. So the markets open up again. And then we're going to be looking at where price could be going here for Bitcoin. I'm going to be doing an update for the Crypto Citadel based on that. So guys, I'm going to be heading out of here. Appreciate all of you guys. Hope you guys joined the Crypto Citadel. This is the last week to get 50% off your first month. We made over 800 smackaroons in the Crypto Citadel today, trading just 2 big trades off Bitcoin, and we made over 800 smackaroons. So greatly appreciate anybody that's in here. If you want to join, the code is Citadel. Use the code Citadel when signing up to get into for 50% off, guys. Like always, I'm Blockchain Crusader, Crusading these blockchains, and I'll see you in the Crypto Citadel. See ya.